group. I'm actually sorry, missed the first session. We were otherwise also busy for tomorrow's Independence Day celebration preparations and all. Therefore, I thought that the link I would join little later. Therefore, my apologies for joining the session late, but it was really wonderful. Introducing about myself, I am working in Koppal, North Karnataka as a principal of Sri Sarada International School. I have worked in two Sainik schools, Bijapur and Sainik School Bhubaneswar as PGT Mathematics. After serving for 22 years, I took voluntary retirement and I am working now presently in Koppal. It is very fortunate that I could get the contact of Wing Commander Idya Raman sir, who is running the Ramayas with a wonderful motto of promoting art, culture amongst youth and society. A wonderful platform, sir, you have created. It is great. I thought that why not our children to take this opportunity. It was the invitation extended by Wing Commander Idna, sir. I am thankful for him. For the last 4 weeks or so, our children are being part of this group discussion. On rotation, I thought that this opportunity can be given to all the children of our school. I am thankful for the opportunity provided, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Our children got the feedback, the kind of feedback that I got from our children is like fantastic. There's a sea change in their attitude, their understanding about the things. The group discussion is paving way in a big way for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And I also thank Srimati Manchikanti Vasantalakshmi Garu. She is joined from Visakhapatnam, all the way, and she is available for all her programs. Today morning, it so happened her brother, younger brother, and his wife, Mr. Surya Prakash Manta from London, my student, he was the one who was there to introduce the instructor of the day today. Thanks, Vasantalakshmi Garu, for being here. Now we'll quickly go through the discussion procedure today. The little ones have to go to the school. And can I request Miss Arushi Mahadevan? We will go slightly alphabetically today because we'll have to quickly finish and do it. The topic what we chose today is Olympics, the Indian aspirations and way ahead. Olympics, the Indian aspirations and the way ahead. We just saw Olympics going through, and let's hear from Miss Arushi Mahadevan. Miss Arushi, over to you, please.
Good morning, Uncle. Good morning to everybody present here. So the modern Olympics are leading international sporting events featuring summer and winter sports competitions in which thousands of athletes from around the world participate in a variety of competitions. These games are considered the world's foremost events of competitions, and more than 200 nations participated. They are normally held every 4 years, alternating between Summer Olympics and Winter Olympics every 2 years during the 4-year period. So for this year's Olympics, India sent a 127-member contingent that was sent with soaring expectations of returning with the best medal haul ever, even with the pandemic going on. Even though many countries are worried about how the pandemic might affect the athletes who have trained hard for 5 years, but the thoughts of pandemic were set aside by them as they were concentrating on the task at hand, which was to give the best show and win medals for their countries. This attitude was also brought about as glory, as the weightlifter Mirabai Chanu from India won silver in the women's 49 kg category. PV Sindhu beat China's Harbin Yao to win the bronze medal in women's singles in badminton. Neeraj Chopra, DSM, a junior commissioned officer from the Indian Army, won a gold medal in javelin throw. We have many more examples as such, and one thing common in all the examples is their will and determination to win for their country. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Arushi. That's really, really wonderful. So nice of you. And stay put. And I know you guys have to go to your school commitments. As and when you need to go, you may like to leave. Choice is yours. Otherwise, you may like to listen to others. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause to Miss Arushi Mahadevan for a wonderful. Okay. Now, can I request Master Apurv Tiwari Rohit? I'm pinning onto the screen a few words from you. Apurv.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Apurv with
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. So, the medal won by our athletes and our hockey team members in Olympics 2020 was a big aspiration for our whole country. It's because our country doesn't have the facilities that it requires on the preliminary stages for a person to develop those talent. And so, when it reaches to certain age or have won national level medals or by practicing through school only, then only a person can be admitted to a Sports Authority of India centers. So it was a great challenge for those players to manage these facilities all their own, because majorly also because of pandemic, and so win medals on such higher levels and to represent our country, and then it created a whole aspirations and environment for the whole country, not for just the aspiring sports person, but also the children who are just getting to know about the sports. So it's very important that facilities to be provided. So since because the sports education in India is very minimal as compared to other countries, right? And it's understandably because the GDP is also low of India. But what I think is that as PM Modi during the 2014 general elections, it is very important that we develop facilities that we have in defense, because in defense we can see in our environment that we have basketball, football, volleyball, badminton courts. All such courts are available for us. So, but not to the civil public. So the government has to develop such centers that is accessible by nearby locations only, so that more and more players can join them and can win medals for our country. That way, the aspirations that has been developed in the recent Tokyo 2020 Olympics can be channeled to a right direction and will help the future generation.
Superb, Rohit. Very well put it. And so nice.
Thank you, sir.
A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to Master Apurv Tiwari from Coimbatore. And thanks. And can I request Mr. Bridge K, are you there to speak? Master Bridge. Okay. I am over to Miss Devika Nair. Devika M. Nair joining us from Kolkata. Devu, over to you,
Good morning,
please.
sir.
Yeah, good morning.
So, with the Olympics of 2020, which was held in this year, many athletes completed their last Olympic Games from India and left behind a legacy for the youth to follow. And team games, especially hockey, created history by reaching a level that the country had never been before. And the only way to go from here is ahead and above. And luckily, India's sports facilities are increasing. For example, the Khelo India Youth Games have been introduced to find out talent from the grassroots level. So where under 17 and under 21 athletes play, and this is how we keep training the students and the athletes from a young age, because you cannot expect a miracle by just expecting athletes to show up when the Olympics happen. So Khelo India Youth Game is, I think, one of the best opportunities in India, which is held annually, which also was held this previous year in spite of the pandemic. And yes, sir, the future of India is bright in sports.
Very good. Thanks. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Devika M. Nair, daughter of Colonel Madhusudan Nair from Kolkata. She is an accomplished squash player. She has represented at various levels. She is also a trained Bharatanatyam dancer and a vocalist too. This child has got so many things to contribute, and don't know, maybe from 5 years, 10 years from now, you may find this little one reaching Olympics. We all wish you the same. Thanks, Devu. Thanks for being here with us. Can I round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss Devika M. Nair from Kolkata. Geetika Ati, would you like to say something? Geetika, should I pin you? Geetika Ati from Bardmer. Okay, I'm pinning you.
I don't know much about the Olympics.
Yeah.
But
Just speak
I
maybe one or 2
just
points.
know about the basics. So we have our milestones in India, which are taken by PV Sindhu mostly. Actually, most of the hockey players have taken the milestones for Indian Olympics, whereas it's very less in other sports such as wrestling, badminton, and running. Only these are the milestones that are taken from India. Like I just know about those because due to newspapers and all, I just read the sports news, but I don't know much detail about Olympics.
So nice of you, Geetika, for being here with us right from morning for the yoga session. Geetika is again a budding engineer coming up. She's presently at Badmer, and she's also into music and other things. Otherwise, they stay in Vellore, right? Now you're
Yes,
operating
sir.
from Badmer. Okay, good. Let me welcome Mr. Sojan Jose from the Department of English, Sharda International School, Koppal. And thanks, a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to Ms. Geetika Atti. Over to Mr. Giri Teja. Giri Teja requested him to be part of panelists. He said, no, sir, I like to continue as a speaker only because he himself is a trainer. He himself is a teacher and trainer, but he wanted to be at this side. Okay, over to you, Giri. Over to you.
Yes, good morning to you all, sir. So, basically coming to Olympics, our India is participating from the start of the Olympics, and we also won medals initially in hockey, and many gold medals were won by hockey team only. And from that time only, our aspirations are keeping high that we Indians can also participate and won the medals. And in 2008, when we got the gold medal in shooting by Abhinav Indra, and after 12 years, we achieved gold medal in the Tokyo Olympics by Neeraj Chopra in javelin throw. So all these incidents which show that aspirations of the Indian Olympics should be high. But as there is a saying in English, prevention is better than cure. Our nation is curing the Olympic athletes, but there is not taking much prevention. Like if we see in recent times, the government is making laying roads to the houses of the Olympics who won the medals. So the hard work they took to go to the place where to practice. So it is a prevention. So if the step is taken before, so we may have got medals in early stages also. And there are some atrocities in our country, like even the first lady in Indian hockey team, women hockey team, Miss Neha, who scored the hat-trick goals. Even though she make our country proud, our country people are making casteism attack on her house, which is really a sad thing we should note about it. And even though the aspirations are high, recently our government has started the Indian Institute of Sports at New Delhi, making Karna Melliswari as the first Vice Chancellor. So we hope that our aspirations will go high and we get more medals in coming Olympics. So all young athletes should participate, and even parents should support them. In our country, parents support if we see maximum parent support for cricket also, but we should make awareness of the students for the other games also, because even though our country's national game is hockey, but we are Odisha is sponsored both the teams of hockey this time. So we should be encouraged by all the states and also Indian government so that we can get more medals and more support to the athletes in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Giri. Thank you, Giri. Well spoken. Nicely said. Yes, I think it is one. She's Miss Vandana from Uttarakhand, part of team. What he rightly said is we need to encourage people at all levels, and the government support the way it is happening. I think the days are going to be much bright with having got a fantastic gold from the Fauji family. Subedar Neeraj Chopra, VSM could clock it. Even today's news is the Chief Minister of Haryana requested the government to consider for honorary rank for him, then the commissioned rank. Why not? If that thing comes through, it will be very encouraging. We in the uniform will feel very great about it. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause to Giri Teja. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Can I request Miss Nivedita on the screen? Miss Nivedita BH. Are you there? Nivedita BH on the screen. Okay. Can we go for Master P. Sumant. Sumant is from Sharda International School, Koppal. Sumant, are you there? Yeah, Sumant.
Yes,
Yeah, Sumant, the handsome boy, is back to speak to us. Over to you, Sumant.
Good morning to everyone. My name is P. Sai Sumant. I am from Shri Sharda International School. Everybody would know that we started Olympics at 1920s when we were under control of British. British sent their first team of hockey to the Olympics, and at the first time we won the gold medal at the hockey. At the first time we won the gold medal. So after the independence, we thought we would send the Olympic teams for not for only hockey, for every single sports, and we would won the medals from them. But the independence and everybody that India got separated, and this all tension was there. So nobody sent their teams. Only hockey was sent, and nobody would care. Olympics? What is Olympics? No, there is no kind of Olympics. Don't go there. Parents would not support, and everybody would think that nothing is needed, nothing is. But in 100 years, now from 1920 to 2020, we participated 24 times in Olympics. We participated 24 times and won 35 medals in Olympics. We only won 35 medals, but this year, during this pandemic, everything, we won 7 medals. The highest record we won was 7 medals. And at the first time, me and my father, that day there was a cricket match. We left that cricket match and saw the Olympics.
Yeah, very nice.
It was very less compared to the Olympics.
Good, good. Sumant, are you in NCC? Are you part of NCC, Sumant? You already look like a young army officer. Let me tell you, Sumant is very, very
Sir, we're
confident.
gonna have NCC.
You're going to have NCC. Very good, sir. Sumant, I really wish you join NCC and join the Indian Defence Forces Army, because you already look one. And who knows, tomorrow you join the army and take up to sports. What games do you play, Sumant, otherwise?
Sir, I play cricket.
Oh, now he's got an idea to come into other games also. You're a tall guy and you should try for something, where you're tall, being tall can be translated to something worthwhile. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause to Sai Sumant. He's one of the star speakers. He's often seen with us. Very confident, very nice. Thanks having you here. Can I request Miss Nivedita? Nivedita, you could not come onto the screen last time. Are you there, Miss Nivedita? Okay. Now I request Master Pranesh Rangarajan. Pranesh is always there for all our programs. One of the very voracious readers and speakers. Over to you, Pranesh.
Good morning to all. Karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturpu ma te sangotsva karmani. This shloka from Bhagavad Gita is a very good testament in our Indian Olympic scenario, and it has been time and testedly proven every time. So I think most of us have all covered all racism, ranks, our involvement in historical involvement in Olympics and all. We have all discussed. But yes, I would like to suggest certain more remedial measures wherein we can achieve more and more medals in the Olympics. First and foremost is the military-civil combination, which is being utilized by the Chinese government in ensuring more and more medals to the athletes. It was very interesting to see that the aviation chamber, which is used by the aerospace industry guys pretty well, in order to design more and more efficient missiles and aeroplanes and aircrafts. They were being used up to the maximum by the athletes, including the swimmers, runners, and whatnot. They would have probably done for each and every athletic guys for sure. In streamlining the people and in guiding them exactly how to move their vectorial coordinates of their hands in a particular orientation in order to win medals. Now, second comes to be indigenous nutritional fortification. Now, a recent estimate came in the media that our gold medalist Neeraj Chopra was spent 4.55 crore rupees last fiscal year for training him personally, including the coach, which costed 1.22 crores. Now the same thing, had there been pandemic, okay, we would have done pandemic resilient stadiums for them, at least in a temporary measure time. As always, we say prevention and better planning would have been much better than finding permanent solutions or else becoming pandemic resilient. Now, as far as nutritional fortification is concerned, whenever an athlete gets trained, he or she tend to much more high cost, unnecessarily body harming nutritious supplementations are generally provided while a person generally goes for the training. One can definitely avoid that with the indigenous mixtures of millets and cereals and pulses and very good interesting example we have in medical settings. We have a concept called severe acute malnutrition, where we have the mid upper arm circumference of less than 11.5 centimeter. So we generally provide ICMR's recommended Hyderabad mixture or JJM Davanagiri's famous Davanagiri mix, which only an addition of wheat and ragi is present, is shown its uniqueness in their mixes. That can be provided them on a trial basis. More and more R&D trials should have been done. Apart from that, as many would have recommended, inculcation of sports in the mainstream curriculum, so that people should not get neglected just by the mere importance of sports in getting Olympic medals and all. It should be like a way of life for each and every person.
Absolutely, there are three big takeaway from what Pranesh spoke. Thank you, Pranesh. Pranesh, I think she should pick up sports medicine and practice that too. Wonderful. Karmanyev adhikaraste. I mean, it's very nicely put it, because Deepika Kumari, our ace archer, made a mention in this. She says it was so overwhelming, the pressure of getting a medal was overwhelming than my own performance at some times. It's very, very true, because see, we perform the best in pressure, when we are under pressure. But that pressure should never overwhelm us. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. That's a very nice way of putting, because Pranesh always finds a way to connect Indian morals and ethics and shlokas to put into daily life and winning. Second thing, he talked about the fortification of nutritional aspects and civil military indigenization or kind of a cooperation to understand what the technique is being used by the counterparts, where in which nobody could have thought of it. Putting somebody into an air chamber for missile testing, which was tested upon by them. They've trained themselves exceedingly well, and it's proved wonderful for all of us. Thank you, Pranesh. Thanks. Again, it's so wonderful to have you here around with us every time. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause to Pranesh. We'll get back to you, Pranesh, maybe for a second round if I get time. Please.
Like you said about Deepika Kumari, even the Arjuna had to generate his willpower.
Absolutely, to win that. Yeah. So nice of you. Thank you. Okay, now can I have Master Rishi Kustagi? Master Rishi Kustagi on the screen. He's again from Sharda International School, Koppal. Master Rishi, over to you, please. Are you there?
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, can we have your video on, Rishi?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. Yeah, Rishi, over to you.
Sir, I am Rishi of grade 9 from Sri Sharda International School. Olympics, a competition played by more than 206 countries and 11,635 participants. The game of the 18th Olympiad, the first Olympics to be held in Asia, was staged in Tokyo over 15 days from 10th to 24 October in 1964. A total of 5,151 athletes, 4,473 men and 678 women from 93 countries and regions took place in 163 events in 20 sports.
Rishi, your video got stuck. Hello.
Judo and volleyball being introduced for the first time by Olympic reps represent the
Rishi, there is some problem with your connectivity. I'll get back to you. Rishi, because we are unable to hear you. I'll get back to you. Can we have a round of applause to Rishi, please? We'll get back to him. Nicely started. Can we have Miss Varsha Reddy? Miss Varsha Reddy, again one of the star speakers from Sri Sharda International School, Koppal. Miss Varsha, over to you.
Good morning, everyone.
Can you come a little close, Miss Varsha? Come close and put your laptop slightly above. We want to see your face. Yeah. That's okay.
There are many things that go into achieving success in Olympics. One of the most important is the quality of training. They have to work really hard. The Olympics comes in once in 4 years, but for the athlete it is about every single day in terms of pushing himself to the limit. They need a long-term vision to achieve what they aspire for. They must try and create a synergy between what the country aspires and for what it creates. Producing an Olympic champion requires 7-8 years. That requires time, efforts from various fields, which is not just about performance and skill. It is about physical preparation, mental preparation, recovery, planning the athletics program. Everything requires experts. But if you want to achieve in Olympics, if our country want to come in top, the first thing is we must have a strong foundation. Perhaps in the last couple of years we have given better facilities to our athletes, but perhaps that is not enough. At the moment we don't have the best coaches, best sports scientists, best physical therapists in India. Once that happens, the grassroots will be able to access these things. Only then we can expect medals in multiple digits or whatever we aspire for. There is a huge backlog, there are huge challenges. We are not competing against 5 or 6 countries, we are competing against 200 nations, of which some have extraordinary amount of resources. Here I don't mean about just in terms of money, I am talking in terms of system, know-how and expertise available to the athletes. The second point is about setting our targets. We as a nation must define our aspirations. It's not fair to have an approval every 4 years. And if we don't win a medal, start comparing ourselves to Russia, Kenya and other countries. What we have to look deep within us to see why that is happening. As a nation, we have to see if this is important to us, if it is a matter of prestige, whether we want to reach a stage, where we want to reach where we come in the top 5 in the medal tally. India has numerous challenges. We are still a developing country. We have poverty and so we have to define whether Olympics are a higher priority. But if we want our athletes to win, we need long-term investment. It's complicated. I think there is a doping firstly because we do not have all the facilities for the athletes in India that would legally allow them to reach the desired performance levels. Then they want to cut corners and go the wrong way. Actually, nowadays in sports, athletes are taking wrong way as they are not getting good facilities. But this is not going to get them there. We have to create champions by providing the right expertise and way of training. If that is available, athletes can then go and reach that level without all this. I'm sure a lot of young people are inspired by the whole Olympic movement.
Wow. Varsha, very bold statements. Very nicely spoke. She's very passionate, when she was speaking certain things about lack of facilities, not starting early, lack of coordination, lack of, parallel training. And so there's no point in comparing yourselves with world countries if you don't give that kind of facilities. That's a very bold and a well-crafted statement. What games you play, Varsha, otherwise in your school?
I like kabaddi.
Kabaddi, that's really good. A very macho kind of a game. Please join Defence Services, join NCC along with Sumant, and very soon, 2 years, 3 years down the line, you will see yourself doing exceedingly well. See, my this platform is to tell children how wonderful services, defense services are. Today, the nation is talking so big of that Subedar who did the nation so proud. As Pranesh rightly had put it, indigenizing or integrating military way of training into sports sometimes works wonders. And you know, your principal, Dr. Chakravarti himself is an uniformed person. He's an ANO of the Indian Air Force. He was trained in NCC. He holds a rank. He holds a commissioned rank. I'm so thankful to him. Very soon, I think they're going to start NCC in your schools also. Sumant, Varsha, Angelina, you know, all these guys, Rishi Kustagi. Please choose NCC as your, the ground to grow well in your life. I am from NCC background. Right, for the past 44 years, I'm in uniform, and I'm very, very proud of it. Thanks, very well spoken, Miss Varsha, very bold. A round of big applause to Miss Varsha. She has never missed any one of the events of ours. Thanks for being here, Miss Varsha. Can I request Master Girish Nagaralli? Girish Nagaralli, you're there? Can I pin you? Girish Nagaralli? Girish, yeah, over to you, Girish, please. You want to speak something? You want to say something? You want to observe? Okay, I am switching over to, we have, I think a couple of speakers have already done, and that's so wonderful. And people, I got message from a couple of you, we could not join. I don't understand what is the problem. I think we'll wind up. Or anything, Pranesh, you want to add something?
Sir, what happened to Srijita today?
Who's one?
So Srijita?
Srijita is here. I don't see her on the screen.
Yeah.
Who's speaking here now? Devu, you want to say
Can I add a
something?
point?
Yeah, Pranesh, I'll get back to you. There is no new speaker. Geeta Madanur. Can I request Miss Geeta Madanur on the screen? You got something to say? Miraya is not here. I don't see. Miss Geeta, over to you. Okay, I'll request. Yeah.
She is not Geeta sir, she is one of our students only, Aditi Madanur.
Okay, Miss Aditi Madanur.
She is an observer for this.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Okay, I'll request Pranesh to add on few more points. Pranesh, over to you.
Sir, apart from the suggestions or recommendations which I had expressed during my first talk, I would like to add two more things. So one is that the rich and poor gap which has been widely shown in this year's Olympics has to be reduced. So in order to effectively remove that, we need to build more and more sports infrastructure in the periphery and the rural setup. Being a strong vital foundation for the same, we can achieve more and more medals by finding and tuning the rich talent among the rural population, which was very much profoundly seen during this time Olympics.
Very, very true. Very rightly said.
And apart from the sports infrastructure, we need to conduct all the sports symposium year by year within our country itself, by introducing more and more state level, village level, rural level, urban level competitions, so that we can refine more and more talents, and can be done even with the excess, even with the planned increased expenditure
Very
and
nice.
introduction of more and
Pranesh,
more government incentives.
excellently put. Let me tell you, Sainik schools are doing a similar thing. Sainik schools have got fantastic facilities, a setup basically for the children from the rural.
And many can be released to the country. Due to very much changes in politics, this year India can perform very well as compared to 2016. So we thank our government and participants who took place in Olympics and helped India to develop its name. May India get more medals at 2024. Jai Hind.
Thank you. That's a very nicely put. You have introduced the game. There are so many facts and figures which others may not know. Thanks, giving the facts and figures, Rishi. And I also wish pick up some good game, start playing and do well. Bring name and fame to your family and to your school and to your organization. All the very best. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to Master Rishi Kustagi, joined from Koppal. And can I have Sumant on the screen again? I think Sumant has got a point to put. Sumant, one more point from you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yeah.
Sir, in our country, compared to cricket and we would found many differences in cricket and Olympics. If in cricket, sir, if we selected for any state, sir, if we selected in the state team, we would the state would spend 1 lakh rupees on us, sir.
Oh.
1 lakh for only for the kids, sir. The cricket kit, the cricket material, sir. But not as same as like Olympics.
Okay.
For any sports, sir, like javelin throw, kabaddi, anything, sir, hockey, they would not spend too much money for that, sir.
That's
And-
really good. Okay.
Yes, sir. In the case of Neeraj Chopra, sir, when he heard about the 2021 Olympics is held in Tokyo, sir, he was very excited about that, sir, and he wanted to buy the Olympic javelin stick, sir, which in Olympics it has used, sir. It is 2,50,000, sir. The only one stick, sir.
My God.
He was only one stick, 2,50,000, sir. He was not having such money, sir. When he asked for the government to pay for that, they just ignored him, sir. And within 17 days, sir, he collected money and bought a stick of 86,000, sir.
Okay.
He bought a stick of 86,000 and practiced 3 months in that, sir. And when he, in the Olympics, sir, when he threw the stick, sir, javelin stick, he did not see the stick, sir. He faced his face to crowd and celebrated, sir. Before
Wow.
knowing he was winning, sir. Before knowing anything, he was celebrating, sir.
My
That confidence level was there, sir. Neeraj Chopra.
Sai Sumant is very passionate in the statistics. He can also become a game and Olympic statistician also, right? You've done a lot of research to know about Neeraj Chopra's journey and what are the difficulties he faced. That's so passionate. And ladies and gentlemen, when he was speaking, can you see the kind of fire in him? He wants to do something good. And Sai Sumant, the entire team wishes you that you're going to do something very great for the country and for all of us. A round of applause. And Geetika has got a point to add, she says. Geetika, can I pin you? Just a moment. Yeah. Geetika on the
Yes, sir.
screen. Yes.
So actually, due to this session, I learned a lot about the Olympics and all. So I would like to share my personal experience because I was once a national champion. I won the bronze medal in Sapak Takraw, a
Oh, wow.
no game in India.
Oh,
So actually in that game, I was joined as an extra player. I was selected as an extra player. Me and my cousin both were there. So I was joined an extra player, and the participant who was supposed to there, actually she was not that much talented. I would not include her name. So she was a bit less in standards. So even then, due to her fitness and everything, they took her into the main player, and rest of us, me and some other players, they changed us into extra players, even though we have some capacity. So at the last moment, she said that I'm not interested in the game. So in this way, the extra players, even though they're getting certificates, they're not getting promoted, even though they have the standards and all, due to those recommendations or due to their personal judgment of the coach. Instead of taking the overall standards and matching them, due to their personal judgment and all, many of the talented kids or students are being lagged behind. Due to that, they are going into a depression kind of thing and completely coming out of the sports. This is one of the reasons that sports are not coming into a good level in India. Apart from parents, even though the parents support them, due to the coaches or some other personal behavior
Very,
or
very
personal
nice.
judgment
Okay.
and all.
Thanks, Geetika. I
Completely
think
come
you.
out of the sports and they just don't go to the sports again.
Very, very passionately you put it, Geetika. I must say this. Yeah, it is sad but true. But yes, now that you also gone through that journey of doing the sporting event and could not be in the forefront because the game itself is not included. Yes, we understand that. But I think your journey has been very mild as of now. If you start taking it slightly vigorously and with the kind of support system we have, I think we should be able to achieve something very good. Thank you so much. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Can I request Mr. Manikantan, Master Manikantan Gayatri, you just joined now. Would you want to say something? Manikantan? Nothing? Okay. We have, ladies and gentlemen, let me announce the presence of Air Commodore Krishna Kumar, who joined us from Bengaluru. He was available right from the first session. He is observing the, speaking by the little ones. Maybe towards the end, I'll request him to speak a few words of encouragement. And, okay, Pranesh, you got a point to add, you said, right? Can I pin you? Pranesh,
Okay, sir.
Pranesh,
Okay.
you're done? Okay, fine. And anyone else wants to say anything as of
Sir,
now? Just
can I
okay.
add a point, sir?
Yeah, Giri, over to you, Giri. I'm pinning you.
Yes, sir. Sir,
I'm sharing the number.
as the points well said by Master Sumant and Geetika, sir. So the payment paid to the cricketers when compared to the other games, it is very less, sir. So crores of rupees are paid to the cricketers per game, but even though our players won the Olympic medals, they are not even paid as they paid for the cricketers, sir. And as very credible point pointed by Miss Geetika, sir. So extra players are, and also one point, sir. Sir, our aspirations when coming to Olympics, we only see the Summer Olympics as an aspiration, sir. But we are also having Paralympics, sir. Our athletes who done well in Paralympics, like Mariyappan, Devendra Jadeja, so these all athletes are making our aspirations high because they are facing the problems with physically and mentally. Even though with that aspirations, they are coming with the flying colors in the Olympics.
Very,
So
very,
we should
very
make our
rightly said.
aspirations by making.
Yes, Giri. We see your point is well taken because we don't celebrate the Paralympic winners at all much. They also put in similar kind of effort. Just because it is considered as next category, there's no much of talking happening about this. Pranesh has got to add something. Over to you, Pranesh.
Sir, I would like to add further further from the Master Giri Teja's statement that since 2014 our Prime Minister has been very much interested in promoting the sport since the first day he took at the office. So the schemes like Khelo India, Topaz scheme, Topaz is a promotion of Olympic scholars and and its own promotion. So and hockey has been predominantly played by our nothing but Naveen Patnaik, our Odisha Chief Minister, who despite being a Chief Minister he could have acted politically, but still he had the mental resilience of yes, hockey is our national game. Hockey should be promoted at any cost, irrespective of political pressure. But yeah, as Master Giri Teja rightly said, we still need that political will to be magnified to a maximum in such a
Very,
way
very
that
true. Yeah.
even the issues which do got solved in cricket can be emulated similarly in the Olympic.
I really wish this video what we'll be posting is seen by someone worthwhile who can take a serious cognizance of all the statements put by the little ones, youngsters. So nice, very passionately. Correct, Pranesh. What he says, what you said, and what Giri said, absolutely fine. Even Devika spoke about the Khelo India initiative. She herself being a sports person, she had a fantastic journey of squash throughout. Devu, something from you? Should I pin you? You want to add something? Okay, I think.
Sir,
Just a moment. I'm pinning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Over to you, Devu.
So one thing is that a lot of games don't get recognition because they're not in the Olympics. A lot of games are there in the World Games and the Commonwealth, but not in the Olympics. For example, squash, and that gets me into a lot of really weird conversations like, okay, you're playing squash, or it's easy to get into squash, and it's not in Olympics. You have like 10 competitors, but in reality, like it's played by a lot of people, but not selected countries. So. Yeah, I think Olympics should have more inclusive. Olympics should be more inclusive of
Absolutely, absolutely. What you say is absolutely true, and we don't know now. Every year you keep getting. Just a moment, yeah. Absolutely true, Devu. And every year this year we got the volleyball added, badminton added. So we don't know. Maybe the next Olympics we may have the squash coming up, and we'll be very happy to see Miss Devika M. Nair representing the Indian contingent. Why not? All the very best. Fantastic. I think, yeah, Sumant, one last point. Sumant, I'm pinning you.
Sir, one last point, sir.
Yeah, please, Sumant.
Sir, compared to America, sir, why are they winning so much of medals, sir? Total they won 2,633 medals. In that 1,063 medals are only gold, sir. Why are they winning so much of medals?
In fact, most of us know the answer why. But yes, the wherewithal to develop this capability building as a nation, yes, it has to be a movement. Today, yoga has taken a big shape, the whole world, it's because of India, and our country is contributing in a big way. This is the previous session we had. On the similar line, sports and sporting events should be part of main curriculum, and as Pranesh rightly said it, from day one it has to be, you need to understand the requirement of indigenizing and integrating various facilities available with us. We are very well with you.
I want to add a point.
Sir, can I, you're going to be the first speaker. If I can request you, we'll wind up the speakers now. Then we will be with Dr. Chakravarti. I think it's a fantastic round of talking by all of us.
Yes,
A round of applause
yes.
to all the speakers. Now I would request Dr. Chakravarti to continue from the observers' point of view, from the stakeholders' point of view. Sir, over to you, please. I'm pinning
I
you.
would like to compliment all the speakers, especially Apur Tulari. He has put the point right straight.
Absolutely.
Devika Nair, Giriteja, and all the children of Sharda International School, Sai Sumant, Varsha Reddy and all. And my special compliments to Pranesh Rangarajan. He has started putting Karmanya Vadikaraste. I think we are missing that karma itself. Other topic is, Olympics aspirations and way ahead. Actually, let us see what is the way ahead. Very rightly compared other countries, like why America is getting more medals. When before Beijing Olympics, what was the tally of China, and during Beijing Olympics, how they have shooted up to the almost second position in the medal tally. What is that they have done it? Military kind of training, that is absolutely necessary. And at this point, I would like to mention, even the mindset of the people. Many people come for admission to our school, and when I say that we have these facilities, sports facilities, we have swimming pool, the first question the parents ask to me is, sir, what is the special coaching that you give for Olympia, what is that called, NEET and JEE? That means actually they have least bothering for the facilities of the sports that we have. Whereas the specialized coaching for becoming an engineer or a doctor, that is nothing wrong, but irrespective of their capabilities of clearing it, cracking it, the kind of pressure that we put on children for just becoming, an engineer or the technical person, irrespective of their capabilities, that need to be changed. The mindset need to be changed. That is what training, as far as training is concerned, we have just started. After the army has taken up the training, particularly in the previous Olympics, in 2006 Olympics, majority of the winners are from armed forces personnel only. And even this time, Neeraj Chopra is once again from army training. So this clearly indicates that the training part should be, it should be done in a much better professional way. Army training is the much better option for that. Then definitely something can happen with focused and concentrated training. Definitely we can do wonders. We don't have breadth of manpower. We are the second largest populated country in the world. We don't have breadth of manpower, but we only need vision and infrastructure and training. That is what my point. And I think by bits and pieces, all these points were covered by all the speakers. It was a wonderful discussion. Compliments to all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And Mr. Sojan V. Jose, is he there? Can I pin you, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Over to
can
you.
you
Over
hear
to
me,
you.
sir?
Yeah,
Can you hear
we
me,
can
sir?
hear you. Over to you, please.
So, congrats to all the speakers, first of all. Here, I would like to say one of my views is that, see, our Olympic in India, our Olympic medal winners become heroes just after winning. Okay, quickly after winning, they become the heroes, and everyone starts celebrating them and their medals. So, why don't we take that stand even before they participate? We know their talent, we know their reach, we know their global standards. So why don't we provide them with the global facilities, global level facilities as Sai Sumant mentioned here. So that is one thing the states have to take care. And another thing I want to say is, see, Srijesh was the goalkeeper of our hockey team, and he's from Kerala. And the other day I read a news about one of the petrol pump owners. He published an ad that whoever comes to this my petrol pump, okay, with the name Srijesh, whichever Srijesh comes to my pump, the petrol is free. 500 rupees petrol is free per week. I was amazed. So, yes, it happened in Trivandrum, one of the petrol pumps.
Okay.
And the idea was his daughters and son. Okay, his daughters and son decided and brought out this idea. So, in 1 week itself, there were more than 25 Srijesh with ID card, the proper Aadhaar card and ID card. Whoever comes with the name Srijesh, they are getting 500 rupees petrol free in a week. Next week they can come again. That is the benefit. Okay. So like that, why don't we, even the public, celebrate our participants even before they go for Olympics? And we have to equip them with global level facilities in their training session also. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Fantastic, fantastic, Mr. Sojan. It's a news to us. I never knew about this. Just the name. It's a very, very important thing. Celebrate and attach importance right from day one when they qualify. The moment we know that he's got in him, or not just because when you won. It's a very, very important message, and with a very apt example of the petrol pump owner wanting to give freebies to the one, just the namesakes. See the kind of thought process. I really appreciate the child, his children who gave the idea to this master. Please do this. Let us celebrate that. This kind of motivation, this kind of inspiration really, really works wonders. I think it's been a wonderful discussion we had. Very, very fruitful, very sensible. Not only that, today we are all basking in the glory or so-called glory. The medal tally, Sumant was very, very vociferous in telling, sir, where are those 2,000 odd medals and what are we talking about? Yes, but yes, when there are countries who have come back with nothing. I mean, I don't want to really name them, but but yes, it really, really pains me. Such a huge nation with such a wonderful talent pool that we are unable to produce even, handful of medal winners. And your pangs and angst is very nicely, put across. You are very, very passionate about it. Right from Sai Sumant to Mr. Sojan Jose, everyone across the spectrum. Like the way Devu said, sir, my game is not finding a place. It's not my game. There are so many such games where people can do wonders. This is what. I think it's one of the very finest discussions we had. And yes, I'm going to post this video on YouTube very soon. Let's see if this falls on the right ears, at the right place. If something can come up, it will. Don't you think the government and bigwigs are very sensitive to whatever you and everyone spoke? Everyone knows about it. Yes, country has got its own limitations, and I really must make a very clear mention about what Varsha spoke. Varsha was very, very passionate, putting across her thoughts and views. She says, and she was very bold, in her thoughts, the way she put it across. Same with each and every one of you. I'm very thankful to Dr. Chakravarti. He's a very busy man with a very tight schedule. Every discussion he sponsors students to speak, students to observe, and everyone. I'm thanking each and everyone around here. We will meet next week soon with a new topic. Yes, sir.
In fact, we are thankful for the opportunity, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being around. Thank you, everyone. Jai Hind.